As I watched the surging wave of monsters, I gave strength to my thighs. The level 15 strength condensed at once and my feet developed a strong propulsion force. The ground rats ran from all directions and the hard horns of the grolls flew from unexpected places. My skin, which was tempered by the level 15 physique, became bruised and bloody from the grolls' horns. The number 1 bookmark has been activated. Bookmark was activated and Kim Namwoon's blackening wrapped around my body. I pushed away all the monsters coming from the front. Fangs burrowed in my body and a few ground rats bit my thighs. However, I didn't stop. Finally, the wall I was looking for was visible. I jumped over the ground rats. There was a green zone for 2 people shining. Shit. Green zone, 1 out of 2. There was already someone inside. I forgot about the monsters coming from behind and stared at him. There was a guy who should never be there. Hey. He turned to me. Can't you get out? You don't even need to stay in here. I'm tired today. I wanted to punch this asshole's face. I didn't understand. This wasn't the 3rd regression Yu Jong-uk that I knew. In Ways of Survival, it was written that Yu Jong-uk only found the first hidden green zone in the 4th regression. Did he know about this place since the 2nd regression and it just wasn't described? Then why didn't he originally use in the 3rd regression? There were cries of ground rats chasing me from behind. It was too late to blame the writer. I could feel Lee Gil-young's breathing. I stared into Yu Jong-uk's eyes. We spoke at almost the same time. Take the kid, give me the child. Still, it was lucky. The constellations could hear my words. Green zone, 2 out of 2. I moved Lee Gil-young and the mark of the green zone changed. Now Lee Gil-young was safe. Hyung, wait, Hyung! Lee Gil-young urgently tried to rush towards me, but Yu Jong-uk's hand restrained him. I swung my sword towards the ground rats. The constellation, Bald General of Justice, has closed his eyes. The constellation, Demon-like Judge of Fire, is watching you with uncomfortable eyes. At the last minute, Yu Jong-uk's eyes seemed to move. I told you would die. The waves of monsters headed towards me. Now there are no more green zones remaining. I won't die. I ignored the monsters and put my hand in my pocket. In fact, I really didn't want to use this. I couldn't be assured that there would be no after effects. Now I had to believe in the 4th wall. That. Yu Jong-uk's eyes shook with surprise. This bastard, did he find out? Well, I wouldn't have known this method without him. I looked at the white stone shining in the palm of my hand. Spectre's stone. It was an item I gained by hunting specters on the way to Chongmuro. Hundreds of ground rats started biting at my body. I was bleeding from minor wounds, and the shoulders struck by the grolls' horns were red with blood. As the durability of my body rapidly diminished, I put the stone into my mouth. Then something like water vapor started to emerge from my mouth. The water vapor formed a fog that covered me. The welcome prison is activated. Ground rats and grolls stopped attacking me at once. Everything around me started to distort. The platform, Yu Jong-uk, and Lee Gil-young calling out to me. I became a ghost. Doksha. I noticed as soon as I heard my mother's voice. This was a dream. I tried not to get caught up in it, but it wasn't easy this time. The floor sank like a quagmire and swallowed me. Due to excessive immersion, the influence of 4th wall has temporarily weakened. Scenes started to weave in front of me, no matter what I wanted. A living room covered with blood. The cold body of a man. The back of a woman looking down at the body. No. This memory was difficult to remember. I couldn't remember it. I shook my head furiously and the scene in front of me scattered. It's damn trauma. It was a memory I didn't want to see. This is why I was reluctant to eat the Spectre Stone. The Spectre Stone temporarily made the user a ghost and turned them invisible to monsters, but it had a side effect of causing the user's trauma to peak. That's why I didn't give it to the other members. If it was used by someone other than myself, they might have turned into a madman. I had to endure. Even my head was hurting like crazy. Certainly the 4th wall was a scam. This skill would even be able to eat away at this stone. I couldn't see this effect even with the superior mental barrier. Where was it? If my guess was correct, this skill... Yu Jong-uk? Are you Yu Jong-uk? I thought a trauma had started again, but it wasn't my voice, nor a voice created by my memories. I looked back and saw a strange woman. You aren't Yu Jong-uk. I think you're Korean, but who are you? A dazzling blonde foreigner. She was a little girl with a short height. The girl looked at me for a long time with an incomprehensible expression. Said, I don't understand. I've seen the future a number of times, but I've never seen you before. In the girl's left eye, an ominous red swirl could be seen. The pages flashed in my head. I knew this person. No. There was absolutely no way I couldn't know her. In this case, the exclusive skill, Character List, is activated. The character Anna Croft is using Mental Barrier Level 6. Character List ignores Mental Barrier Level 6. There's too much information about this person. Character List is converted to Summary List. Character Summary. Name, Anna Croft. Attribute, Prophet. Legend. Savior. Legend. Exclusive skills. Future Sight Level 5. Past Sight Level 4. Insight Level 8. Clairvoyance Level 4. Advanced Magic Training Level 4. Mental Barrier Level 6. Lie Detection Level 7. Great Demon Eyes Level 1. Etc. A woman who could ignore space constraints and freely enter the consciousnesses of other people. A woman who saw the future and tried to design the future of the world. There's only one woman with such a thinking and ways of survival. Anna Croft. How do you know me? Her eyes widened and she glared at me. I replied quietly, I'm a prophet. The character Anna Croft has triggered lie detection level 7. Lie detection has confirmed your words are false. Indeed, I couldn't lie to a prophet. Reveal your identity. Who are you? Her small lips were tightly closed. It looked as if she was protesting. I anticipated how the situation would roughly occur. The woman noticed my presence, perhaps because the influence of Fourth Wall was temporarily weakened. If Fourth Wall really was the skill I thought it was. By the way, it was disappointing. Do you really not know who I am? Huh? Didn't I send you the Ichthyosaurus core? Anna's lips slowly widened. You must have implanted the Great Demon Eyes with the power of the core, right? Then you? You asked for broken faith? Great Demon Eyes. It was a huge 1 million coin item that was taken by this woman, with a damn diamond sponsor. I felt envious. You. What's your name? How? The influence of the exclusive skill Fourth Wall is slowly returning. Why? Why can't I see anything? Her eyes became blurred. The influence of the Great Demon Eyes, which could interfere with the consciousness of others, weakened, and her figure gradually faded. I waved my hands. Someday we'll meet. Wait across the continent. The exclusive skill Fourth Wall has been completely restored. Anna completely disappeared. I sighed with relief. In fact, my spirit had been fluctuating back and forth when talking to Anna Croft. It wasn't very good. Due to the skill effect, immunity to wealth imprisonment has occurred. Damn it, the effect took place too late. I felt my consciousness clear up. The discomfort still remained, but it was much better than before. I took a deep breath and slowly exhaled. I looked at the distinct facts one by one in order to gain my rationality. I am Kim Dokcha. The world was destroyed. Ways of survival has become a reality. This was welcome prison. I ate the Spectre Stone and was a ghost for a while. If I was a ghost, I wouldn't be attacked by the underground species. Yeah, that's right. So, the world looked like this. In the midst of the landscape that seemed like I'd eaten drugs, the flow of time was hardly noticeable. I became a bit uneasy. What happened to Yu-sung, Lee Hyung-sung, and Jung Hee-won? That Jo-hyuk bastard. Did he kill Gil-young? Was the third scenario still in progress? What if there were still ground rats around? Were there noodles circling to eat me? If so, Hyung, please, Dokshashi! Voices flashed through my head. The exclusive skill, Permanent Level 1, is activated. Yes, it was time to go back. I breathed out roughly. There was a soft texture touching my cheek. Dokshashi! The fog faded and my vision became clear. The first thing I saw was Yu Sung-a's face. Lee Hyung-sung and Jung Hee-won's faces also appeared. The scenario? It ended, Dokshashi! We did it! We did it! I see. We did it. I looked at the agitated party members and tried to move my body. I remained stiff for a long time and my muscles barely listened to me. Don't be pleased. Huh? Only 1 day has passed. Yesterday was only the third day. Lee Hyung-sung caught me as I tried to get up. Dokshashi, it isn't possible. You haven't slept at all. What time is it now? It's 8:30 a.m. 30 minutes had passed since the scenario ended. 8:30. Fortunately, not too much time had passed. By the way, there was a face missing. Where's Gil-young? Gil-young... Before Jung Hee-won spoke, I already discovered where he was. Lee Ji-hye and Yu Jong-uk were looking down at Lee Gil-young a few steps away. No, what was that bastard doing? At this moment, I remember how Yu Jong-uk was surprised when he saw my party. Don't tell me, when Yu Jong-uk uses Sage's eyes... You've chosen? Obviously, before. Due to the after effects of using the stone, Yu Jong-uk's voice wasn't heard properly. Then Lee Gil-young started talking. It's okay. You really won't go with me? Yes. You can be so much stronger with me than him. You still won't go? Yes, I won't. Stupid kid. Yu Jong-uk frowned and looked at my way. Exclusive skill, Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint Stage 2 has been activated. Lucky guy. He'll be helpful, so let's keep him a while longer. I want to say something, but I have no energy in my body. Doksha-hyung! Once he discovered that I woke up, Lee Gil-young rushed towards me with swollen eyes. Yu Jong-uk's thoughts still rang in my head. There's no time to delay. I have to finish the attack today, otherwise... Attack? What was he talking about? I had to think. Damn, I'm too tired. As I relaxed my body, the softness of the thigh I was lying on touched my cheek again. Yu-sung-ashi? Yes? Sorry, I'm gonna sleep for a bit. Then I fell asleep. It was a sweet sleep without any dreams. I woke up 2 hours later. Hey, how long are you gonna sleep? I opened my eyes to an unpleasant voice. This time, the texture against my cheek was much thicker and harder than before. Dokshashi woke up. Smiling lips, Jung Hee-won was looking down at me. Yu-sung-ashi took a break. We didn't sleep well last night. I turned my head and saw Yu-sung-ah sleeping against the wall. Jung Hee-won smiled. By the way, is Lee Hyung-sung's thigh comfortable? I turned and saw Lee Hyung-sung drooling. Today in the morning, the on-call officer will conduct the duties. I thought the height of the pillow wasn't right. It turned out to be Lee Hyung-sung's thigh. It was an army pillow with a bloody smell. Doksha-hyung? I felt a heavy feeling on my stomach and looked down to see Lee Gil-young leaning against me and sleeping. The moment I carefully raised my body, I heard Bi-hyung's voice. Haha, you're awake. Then take this. Messages poured into my ears. The constellation Demon-like Judge of Fire is sad about your trauma. The constellation Abyssal Black Flame Dragon is interested in your past. The constellation Secret Plotter is wondering about your mother. The constellation that sponsored you 1,800 coins. Sons of bitches. They were trying to steal a peek at my past. This wasn't the end. You've endured Chungmudo's night without the Green Zone. You've accomplished the never-ending Dawn achievement at Chungmudo Station. You've earned 1,000 coins as an achievement reward. Coins possessed, 22,650. I had achieved the target amount. I didn't experience a hard night for nothing. This time, Jung Hee-won asked, What should we do today? Like yesterday? No, not today. That only works once. Of course, if we were lucky, then we might be able to find the randomly generated green zones. Unfortunately, there was no detailed description of the location of the green zones on day 4 and ways of survival. Then, Jung Hee-won's expression became dark, but it was an unnecessary worry. Today we will completely end the third scenario. Huh? I carefully laid Lee Gil-young and got up. It wasn't originally planned, but I couldn't wait after hearing Yu Jong-uk's thoughts. Yesterday he had no choice but to buy time. However, the story was different today. I'll drag out the landowners. How? Jung Hee-won asked, and I looked at Lee Hyung-sung, who was sleeping deeply. I'll use the secret weapon that I've been saving. Now it's time to change the owner of Chungmudo.